Welcome to another episode of the Pat Down. I'm here with Chris. Chris.
Hey.
Dion. Dion, one of the things the fans asked about, they said, why do your shirt neck always look like you've been choked out? Stay tuned. After the music, we're going to find out who the fuck been choking Dion.
Day.
I don't look shit like we choking.
You kind of you posted.
She pulls her wig forward.
You posted on TikTok today, and the way that your makeup was contoured, I was like, "Is that Quisha?"
No, it wasn't me.
Well, you look very pretty. I'm just saying, you look really nice. Your eyebrows look really good.
Thank you.
You look like you've been hanging out with Clarence Thomas.
Getting
them rich gifts.
Have you been on the yacht?
No. I gotta say this at the top of the podcast. Hey guys, who's listening? We lost our home at Starburns. They folded. So that means we don't have a home anymore. So every donation that you give to the podcast, as far as Patreon, help the goals to pay Chris and Dion.
Yes.
So, we don't have any ads, we don't have anything. So, I'm pushing the Patreon so we can stay up. Because I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't pay them out of my pocket.
Yeah.
And, I'm building a podcast studio. Everything is gonna change once around August. Once I move into the podcast studio. It'll be I'll be looking like everybody else podcast. We will be looking like everybody else podcast. We're working on getting together at least a couple times a month so we can do it all in one room. But if it's just $2 or $3 or $5, if you can just give us donations to keep the podcast going, we would truly appreciate it.
Yes, we would.
Because we don't have a home anymore. The guy, Starburns, who was putting us out, they folded.
Yeah. And
we said that.
Just want to say thank you to Land, especially. Land has been a huge champion of the show and a great friend, and everybody at Starburns has been awesome to work with.
So now I have to work that much harder to keep this bitch alive. But anyway, back to the movies you saw, Dion.
Yeah, I watched Beast. It was terrible. It got 4 out of 5 stars, and it wasn't any good. I don't know who the fuck watched it and rated it, but
what's it about?
Lion King gone crazy.
Basically, a man, his wife dies of cancer. He goes with his 2 daughters to her original home to kind of like rekindle because he wasn't there. They don't really do a good job of explaining anything in the movie. It's just they're going back to Africa. A lion or these poachers kill this pride of lions except for one. And then that lion spends the rest of the movie killing everybody.
It's a bounty hunter lion.
Yes, pretty much. And then at the end of the movie, 2 lions show up and fuck up the lion that's been fucking up all the people.
Yeah, it's sad. Hey, white man, stop killing the niggas. We're here to say no. What is it? 2 white lions jump in to kill the brown lion and say, "You ain't gonna fuck up this jungle."
All the lions looked alike. I don't know what she's talking about.
I'm trying to make it make sense. I gotta give a shout out to Oklahoma City for showing up and showing the fuck out. I truly appreciate it. It was so much fun. And to who it's in my car. Whoever the lady is that gave me the cup with the your girl done made it on it. My logo from my tour I'm getting ready to do. I want to say I really appreciate that cup. I'm gonna post it tonight because that's my new cup. I had so much fun.
That's really sweet. People give thoughtful gifts. How many? Do you get something every time you go out? Doesn't every audience bring you something?
Most of the time. Some lady showed up with a cake in California. Had I known it, I would make sure she got in, but they didn't tell me till after they turned the lady away with the damn cake.
Do you eat things that fans make?
Yeah.
No, that's you bring something to Bob and Tom, we say thank you and throw that right in the trash.
Well, you shouldn't tell people that.
You're not gonna get me drugged. No, sir.
I've
Nobody
seen the
wants to
help.
drug you.
You don't know that.
Eat my
mean,
shit.
Here's a chocolate pie.
You know, sometimes like one lady brought in a bunch of treats and I just gave them out to the staff. I'm not a big sugar eater. So,
You aren't. I don't think I've ever seen you eat like a candy
She
bar.
eats like Kit Kats and shit like that, but she don't.
when it's time with that time of month, because you always feel, you still get that feeling even though it doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah.
When it's that time, I do, but I'm not a really big, sugar eater. Yeah, we just had another mass shooting. I don't know if y'all saw that in I want to say Kentucky.
Yeah, it was
Louisville.
Louisville. It was a bank
Mhm.
robbery.
A bank robbery.
It wasn't a
Mhm.
bank robbery. He was a former bank employee.
Oh, okay.
And he went up there and he shot the bank up.
Yeah. One of the officers who got shot was 2 weeks out of the academy. He's on life support right now. I was just reading about it on Twitter. He's in brain surgery right now. They're trying to save his life. 2 weeks on the job.
And the governor, apparently his offices for one of his campaigns was in that building, and he was good friends with one of the people that died. Governor Andy Bashir.
Yeah.
Man, I just don't know. I just think, it should be some type of gun control. I don't think citizens need heavy weapons. Maybe the police, maybe the military, but I mean, I don't know why guns is just, falling into the wrong hand. And I mean, it's just crazy. Did you see what happened in Tennessee with those guns? They was protesting gun reform, and they outed those two black congressmen. I mean,
State
I
reps,
don't know how much money the gun people got into Congress' pocket, but as a citizen of America, I feel like, we all know that they love money way more than they love us. I mean, I thought it was a school shooting. I was like, it can't be no school shoot at 5 o'clock. Who the fuck had the school at 5 o'clock? Did they shoot up the track team or the football team? When it just somebody said a mass shooting. So I'm like,
for the Louisville one or the
yeah,
Tennessee one?
the Louisville one. I just got it. And somebody said a mass shooting going on.
No, it happened this morning.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, shit, I'm late. I'm real late to the phone. I don't understand. I really don't. This bullshit going on in this country, we can't get no control over guns.
You don't have time to be sad about one shooting because the next one happens so quick. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, before back in the day when something happened in the community, somebody died, before your cake can rise and you can put the icing on, it's another motherfucking shooting. So the little old white lady who used to bake your cakes for your sorrow and your pain, they don't work that bitch to death.
Don't make me laugh at this. Stop.
She switched to cupcakes.
The airbrush hasn't even dried on my t-shirt.
The little old lady who used to say, when somebody died, like, Miss Sarah gonna make one of them good ass cakes and bring them over to cheer the family up. Shit, y'all don't work Miss Sarah to death. Before a cake can rise, another nigga's in the ground. Another nigga's on the ground, dead with a marker around. So Miss Sarah said, I give up because y'all are using too much flour in this country. So she stopped baking cakes.
How many angel wings must there be before we stop the madness?
I mean, think about it. I mean, it was always somebody preparing a meal. I would tell you the time my daddy died and one of my neighbors brought over some food and scared the shit out of us.
I don't think so.
No.
Then I know I told you that. So my daddy died, right? One of my it was a tutor wife. She brought over some spaghetti. That's how we got that joke in the pilot. It was one layer, but a lasagna. You don't remember that?
Yeah. This is Plainfield, right?
And my aunt said, what the fuck is this? Did the bitch run out of noodles? Why the bitch got one layer? A lasagna ain't never been one layer. That motherfucker with that 10. It's like she made us a meal out of some shit she had left over from her dinner. It was the most hideous shit. And my aunt said, ain't no nigga gonna eat this. My aunt was so dirty, she threw the lady dish away.
That's-
She threw the whole motherfucking dish in the way.
and
Said,
she
"This shit
stood, I
ain't-"
guarantee the neighbor was she too scared to ask for it back.
She said, my aunt said, "This shit ain't worth scraping out this cheap ass dish," and threw the whole dish away. It was a glass dish. I'm like, I was like, "Aunt Gloria, you ain't shit for doing that." But that was the worst. The worst. The best neighbor I had was a white lady upstairs when I lived in an apartment. When I got that joke about her baking old cakes all the time. Oh my God. Oh my God, she could bake. She could bake. I said, you should buy a house because your baking is too good for an apartment kitchen. But you need to be moving on up.
I heard a story today that you had a blind aunt who made fried chicken. I've never heard the story.
Where you get that from?
From Jasmine. I was talking to Jasmine today about our new podcast host, and she goes, "Have you ever heard about?" By the way, the Tennessee House rep Justin Jones was just reinstalled today.
Good.
Tennessee. But she goes, "Hey, have you ever heard about Miss Pat's aunt who made fried chicken and was blind?"
Yeah, she was. Her name was Aunt Belle in the country. I thought that's what you was talking about. I was like, I don't know if I ever told that story.
No. What is the details of this?
She never wore glasses, so she said she was blind. Like she would literally walk around the kitchen, but she knew where everything was. And so when she would fry chicken, we would go down there. It was Morton, Georgia. We would go and spend the summer with her. And I don't know why we had to stay at the blind aunt house. She saw every motherfucking thing.
She really?
Yes. She saw, like, you know how you be kissing on your cousin when you're little and shit.
Oh, no.
She, y'all in there kiss, I'm gonna whoop y'all ass. We like, bitch, don't you supposed to be blind? So she used to keep these cook. She could fry some chicken. She cooked everything, cabbages and everything. But she had a jar. She had a jar where she would put cookies in it, like those windmill cookies, and we loved them. So me and Maypop was down there one summer, and I said, Maypop, the bitch can't see. Just ease the top off of it and get 2 cookies a piece. Cause Maypop was the oldest. Maypop done snuck in there behind her. She in there frying chicken. I guess her senses said, thief. She turned around. She slapped my sister with that motherfucking fly squatter, and she beat the fuck out of Maypop. Maypop had all them holes on his fly squatter in her face, upside her back. She said, "Who was on the front? Was like, we thought that bitch couldn't see. That bitch. They say she was blind, but she saw everything. And she literally grabbed the whole shit, and she had a walking stick. She was 90-some years old.
She had eyes for justice.
She had fine-tuned ears.
I don't know what it was, but that lady could tell you every fucking thing. She'd be like, "Come on, we're gonna go catch the bus."
If I were blind, the last thing I would be doing is frying grease.
She did everything. That's why I said, I don't know if she could see a little bit. She didn't wear glasses. Her eyes were about closed and they blinked all the time. And she would I could still see no, her name was Aunt Belle. Her name was I think it was Aunt Belle, what we called her. But anyway, her sister just died recently. Remember I told you it was on my stepdaddy's side. Her sister opened the screen door and fell out the screen door and fell in the bushes and hit her head and died.
I don't. Do I remember that story? Did it make me laugh the first time like I am right now?
So they called me and they said, Rabbit, Uncle Ernest's wife died. I said, what? How she
Just
died?
now?
No, it was a couple months ago she died. And I had just talked to her after Uncle Ernest died. And she said she was going fishing and fell out the door with the rod and fell over in the bushes. And the neighbor found her in the bushes dead.
Yikes.
That's terrible.
Sorry for your loss.
Can you imagine how many fish she could have caught that day?
Yeah. What a tragedy. I'm being sincere. Now, when you went to the country, like, was that kind of a shock for, like, you say she was in the country, but like you grew up in inner city Atlanta, so when you went to the country, for how long? What did you do? Were you bored out of your mind? Was it kind of neat?
It was a very small town with a little downtown. We didn't do shit. Just ran around the yard. My daddy just thought, my stepdad, when I had a stepdad, he thought it would be good if we went down there. It was no fun. It was boring. I mean, they were poor black folks. We couldn't even go to the county fair. So it wasn't shit to do. We could have stayed up in the inner city and watched, fights, some good old fights. When I was little, I saw every fucking thing. I told y'all about the time we lived in the back. We lived in the back of our house. That's where they sold heroin, and crack wasn't really big in the black community. But I lived in a spot where heroin was booming, and so it was a bootleg house back there, and it was a whole house in the back of my mama's house, right? And I was pregnant with Ashley, and I used to love the wrestling. But after we moved to Vine City, I stopped going. It was more action in my backyard than a fucking wrestling match. You could literally sit on the stoop on my back porch. Every day somebody got stabbed. I'll never forget. The man went in the bootleg house, took like 3-4 shots, which is 50 cents a shot, so $1 shot, and tried to run out the door. He ran out, and this man, I think we called him Kojak. He had a bald head. He said, "Get in here and give me my motherfucker $3.50, whatever." That nigga popped that blade and stuck that man in the eye, and he hit the wall. When the police got there, he had a whole knife stuck in his eye.
Oh my God. How old were you when you saw this?
I was pretty much, I was like 13, 12. So another fight I saw, it was a little lady named Diane. Diane got to be dead now. She was my mama's friend. She was the ugly. When I tell you she like a gremlin, but she had a good looking husband. And they will fight like dogs. And Diane probably was 4 feet tall. Her husband probably was 6'2", but she was a monster. That bitch will fight like a nigga. I saw her bite her titty and rip her nip off, and she stabbed that nigga all in his chest. I wish I had an iPhone back then. They used to fight every weekend because she did crack. She did all kind of drugs. And she had these big whelps in her face like she had been branded in Africa or some shit. But I think she had just had bad. She was the ugliest woman I ever seen in my life. I don't know how you fucked her.
You didn't need wrestling because you had a fighting gremlin.
Her daughter was named Pig, and that's exactly what she looked. I'm telling you, I stopped going to the wrestling match because my backyard, they didn't shoot, but you saw a nigga get stabbed. The first time I ever seen a train being ran on somebody was in the back of us, and this lady had a white escort. Escorts had just came out, and so she
like the cars or the prostitutes.
No,
she escorted him to the escort.
To the
escort. She was escorted by a train.
Man,
all aboard.
So we were peeking in the window, right?
That's how I got my baby.
They were all having sex with him, but they were flipping the condom inside out. And they were rinsing the condom out. And I was like, what's going on? I was just thinking, like, I don't know if she was being raped because she was awake, but she was on drugs. But the next day she looked like she was so tired.
Stop making me laugh.
I saw everything in Vine City. Every fucking thing we saw in Vine City. Everything.
You ever flipped a condom inside out to reuse it, Chris?
Hell no.
No,
they're not that expensive. You can get them free from the health department.
I saw one nigga put on one of them little Kroger bags. I'm not lying.
They don't even hold your groceries okay.
So
what kind of woman lets a nigga fuck up with a grocery bag?
An unwilling one, usually.
But I saw everything we lived in Vine City. Everything. I mean, that shit from
Hold
gambling.
on, I don't want to nut on this receipt. Let me take that out of here.
I mean, from gambling to pistol whooping. I ain't never seen nobody get shot on things. I just saw people get stabbed all the fucking time. All the time. It wasn't nothing to see a nigga get stabbed.
I've seen somebody get shot before.
Ooh, really? Where?
My mom had just come back from the grocery store and we was taking the groceries out, and there was a drive-by. They were standing on the corner where the flagpole was at the apartment complex. They were just hanging out. It was like maybe 7:30, 8 o'clock, and van come up the boulevard on one side because you come in one way and out the other. They drove up, shot the dude, and there were like 3 people. They shot 2 of them. One of them got away. And as they were driving by us, my brother pulled me in the van. I saw the dude reloading. It made the news, local news. This was years ago. I was probably in 4th grade, I think. He ended up getting paralyzed. None of them died, but I don't think they caught the guys who shot him either.
Did you like immediately run inside?
Nah, I was standing there like a little kid, frozen, because I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
So y'all heard about the new Freaknik movie coming out on Hulu, right?
I can't wait to see your cameos. I saw that video you posted talking about. Look,
that video is hilarious. You're like, now listen, if you see me, I've been saved 10 times since then. You see, we gotta
looking
find
for
the video.
you, Quisha, Cortland, all y'all.
Nigga, I was out there. I said,
Can you explain what Freaknik was?
Freaknik is when it was Black HBCU. If I'm not mistaken, I thought it started in Miami, but I'm not for sure. But anyway, it ended up here in Atlanta. And when I tell you, it took over the HBCU scene. We Googled it today, and it said it started in 82. Ashley was born in 86, so I started going about 87, 88. 86, 87, 88. And it was just people from all around the world. It grew to the point where our Campbell was our mayor. And what happened was it started spilling over into the Buckhead where the white folks at. And white people like, look here, nigga, y'all can freak all you want to in the ghetto, but you can't bring that shit up here to my neighborhood. And they pressured the mayor and he shut it the fuck down. It went on for probably about 7, 8 years maybe. But it was, you would go there, you would fuck, I used to flash people. And I remember flashing somebody one day and they were like, you got stretch marks. And I'm like, the rest of these bitches don't.
Yeah. Is this pre-titty or post-titty?
Who the fuck is critiquing free titty?
Yeah, right.
Made them be quiet. So it was just a party. It was a black college party, but then people just started coming from all around the world and it just got out of control. It was parties every night. It was in the park barbecuing. It was a whole weekend of just fucking nastiness.
Yeah, straight hedonism.
Here's your video.
Hey y'all, this is Miss Pat. So y'all know this new Freaknik movie coming out on Hulu. I just want to confess up front. If y'all see me in this movie, don't judge me. I didn't know no better. That's what happened to you when you're born on Medicaid. They make you get naked unnecessary. I'm 51 years old. I've been saved 10 times. So I'm just telling you now, if you see things in my mouth or in my hands, you pray for me because that ain't me no more. That ain't me no more. You know, that ain't me no more. I'm just telling you, I made a few mistakes. I want to tell my kids right now, your mama used to be a hoe, but I am a hoe for Jesus on Tuesdays now. So I ask y'all to forgive me. I got to confess, Nakia don't really know who your dad is because the Freaknik went on around the time I got pregnant with you. So I just put it on the dude who I was regularly having sex with. Any more confession? I discovered Chick-fil-A doing Freaknik time. So I just want y'all to be with me and pray for me because Freaknik movie coming out and pray that it's not in. I'm not in.
Is that true about Nike's dad?
What? No.
No, darn.
Maybe. You going to see the movie? I can't finish confessing till I see if I'm in the movie. Because if I ain't in the movie, I'm gonna take that video down. You know how this is my confession.
Okay, Usher.
I'm gonna usher my shit back to my memories. In the movie. Woo, boy, these old bitches are up in awe about that too. They are pissed off. It's like, why you gonna bring your pants back? I got a corporate job.
I've heard some podcasts where some famous comedians have been talking about the Freaknik and how they had a term for what the women were called. They were like oranges or onions or something, where they would just get peeled off and it would be like, you go take your turn and you go take your turn.
Yikes.
What's the name from Atlanta? Shawty. That
yeah, Shawty.
He was on a podcast talking about one of his buddy's girls was one of those peels. And he was like, man, her pussy was just too good. I had to let it slide. He said when that time of the year came around, he was just like, go on, do what you're gonna do and come on back when you get done.
Hilarious.
Baby, if people came to Atlanta and never fucking went home. When I was up there today, at the car dealership, a man said, "Yeah, I came in '94 and I never left." That's how Atlanta got a lot of fucking transplants, plants, whatever they call plants.
Just this
Transplants.
thing.
Yeah,
This-
Freaknik was fucking crazy. It was crazy. And it was so funny because I was like, Lord have mercy, I hope I'm not in that movie. And as I'm saying that, my friend Melanie, who I used to go to Freaknik with, she said, "Bitch, you don't think they got no pictures of us?"
Yeah.
Well, I was not a very sexual person. So I don't have none of that, but I did some shit.
It was literally people fucking on top of cars in the middle of broad daylight, Chris. It was
So
wild.
I'm not gonna say who said it. Somebody say a guy jumped out and ate a girl in broad daylight.
Well, that sounds like Carb Day in Indianapolis. That's the
What?
white version of Freaknik.
It's not even close.
I'm trying to see if they have a trailer, but there's no trailer.
I think they get ready to make it. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what I
Man.
think.
I'm glad I was too young to go to Freaknik. I probably have a couple of kids.
I've seen you at the pat down party. 3 drinks and you get loose.
Nigga, he really thought he was Michael Jackson that night, didn't he?
He did. He's such a good dancer.
Baby, he was about to let loose. He got a couple of baby. He was pulling all the white women. He was like, "Move out of my way, you're colored."
I never said that.
No, I heard it, Dion. I heard
you
it.
You could ask all the colored girls. I didn't say that to anybody. I really wish you stopped saying that shit.
Move out of my way, colors.
I ain't Clarence Thomas.
What Clarence Thomas undid?
So he accepted trips to foreign places and hunting lodges from this like conservative billionaire. And the billionaire has like this collection of Hitler plates and all kinds of other weird stuff. And Clarence Thomas says, well, I asked if I had to claim it, because the problem is that you can do all this stuff if you're a Supreme Court justice, as long as you declare that this took place. And he didn't do that because he said that they had told him he didn't have to. That's his defense. But so everybody's up in arms saying, "Oh, it's corrupt because this guy that is funding all this stuff is the head of the Federalist Society, which is putting all these Republican judges throughout the country." And like Clarence Thomas has been a target from the very beginning because of Anita Hill, and then his wife with the stolen election stuff is an absolute nut. So it's just going to keep going until
what he was doing.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think
I told y'all my Confederate plate story. You remember that, Dion?
Yeah.
I don't remember it.
A crackhead sold me some Confederate plates one time.
What? Are you declaring it now?
No, but if I would have known what I was doing, I would have kept them because they was like special made, but we broke them.
All right, that's a good question. If you were offered the ability to own some of Hitler's dinner plates, would you buy
These right
it?
here with the Confederate flags.
Yeah, but like legit history, would you buy it?
I should have kept them. I probably could have made a lot of money. Somebody had broken into some racist house and stole all his racist shit and came to the hood to sell it.
What? No, you go to the suburbs.
Well, I bought them, and I had a few of them, but I was like, ain't these bad plates?
What did they look like?
They was just hand painted. They was beautiful. I mean, not beautiful.
The artwork was impeccable. The racism, not so much.
Was it like racist imagery?
It was just a Confederate flag.
Oh, okay.
And I used to tell a joke about it. It said, hang a nigga on the back of some shit. And it had the signature of the person who made the plates. Yeah.
Wait, it said the N-words on the plate?
On the back.
Yikes.
I think we broke them or I kept them because I remember writing a joke about serving my mother-in-law on them. But it was a whole box of them. And he stole them from somebody's house.
Oh, you could have sold that or given it to a museum or. If you don't teach our history.
That's what niggas want to go to the museum for. Oh, Confederate history. Yay.
I would tell y'all about the time this crackhead I know, he had knots on his head, so we called him Knots. And he was in the crack house selling something, and the police broke in. And my friend Tum Tum was selling my dope. And the police threw him on the ground. He said, "No, I smoke dope."
What? Is that like a get out of jail free card?
He was selling some plates or some shit.
Oh,
They said who they had Tum Tum. Tum Tum so funny. He just got out of jail. I gotta get him on the podcast. So they said, who you selling dope for? Tum Tum said, "Man, I ain't selling no dope." He said, "Who you fucking selling dope for?" He pointed at the junkie. The junkie said, "No," and fainted. I'm about to get Tum Tum on here to tell y'all that story. Tum Tum was so fucking stupid. Oh, he could have been a comedian. That's the one I told y'all the story about. He sold dope for me, but his mama and his dad and brother and sister was on dope, and he sold them gunpowder, and his mama lit the pipe and it blew up.
I remember that story.
I said, "Why would you do that to your mama?" Tum Tum said, "I'm trying to get the bitch out of drug." You trying to get that bitch a heart attack? That motherfucking pipe said, "Pow!" And all the glass went everywhere. She still had the little whistle thing with you.
If you've not heard the back catalog of this podcast, you got to go back and listen, especially the first 100 episodes. We're getting to know each other. Like that Willie B. So every Thursday on your social media and the Pat Down Podcast Instagram, we're posting a throwback clip. And this past week was about Willie B. So Willie B, the gorilla.
Willie B, the gorilla.
I think it's the top 5 funniest thing I've ever heard in my life. You have to go look at the clip because I'm not going to play it. You think it's your grandpa, and this is why I like bananas.
That shit, I was like 3rd grade. And Willie B. Jr. is there now. And I think Willie B. Jr., but man, that shit threw me for a loop because my granddad was a big old black man, you know. And I'm not saying, hey, I was a kid. Like, honestly, my dog Cone looked just like my daddy. he be having that pout. And so last night we was out here for Easter dinner, right? And so I said, "Mom, don't he look like Grandpa?" I said, "He sure do. He that dog look just like my daddy."
I know that old man look that you're talking about. That.
And he real. My daddy was black as fuck. The dog is black. I mean, they bark alike. They roll their eyes alike. He looked just like my daddy. We was sitting here last night and Ashley laying on the sofa. So you know my dog Sheba, that's the girl, right? And my fucking eyes trying to run. I'm up here laughing. Anyway, Sheba grabbed Ashley's wig off her head and took off with it. We had to chase that motherfucker down to get that goddamn wig. She love wigs. He love first.
Mental image of the whole family chasing the wig. I can't imagine how hard you guys laughed at that.
Man, that was the funniest shit. She walked by and took off with that motherfucker. We hollered last night. Because she would love a good wig. I gave her a wig, but I don't know what she did with it.
Oh, you don't want to train her to do that? What are you doing?
No, I was just trying to give her a wig because she always fucking with wig. So Cone, I gave him a piece of barbecue chicken, right? And when you can't give him a tape before it fuck up their stomach. This nigga shitted and took his fucking eating bowl and put it on top of it and laid there like he hadn't done nothing. I'll fuck my motherfucking house up.
That's not Kia dog right there.
I said, Cone, did you shit here? I said, you get the fuck out that cage. You shitted, nigga. And he tried to tell Gary he had the shit, but Gary wouldn't listen to it. So he's like, I can't be holding my bowels. So he let loose in that motherfucking cage.
What'd y'all have for Easter dinner?
June barbecue with some macaroni cheese and baked beans and stuff like that.
What about you, Chris?
Ham, green bean casserole,
Yeah.
potatoes au gratin. I gotta tell you, when we went to I don't know how you all feel about potlucks, but we went to the Presbyterian church yesterday morning and they had a potluck. Not one seasoning, not salt, not pepper.
It's Presbyterian.
It was I posted it initially in the group, but I was like, I'm not gonna make fun of somebody's, gift. Their hard work. But I was like, I will never eat potluck again. This is the shittiest
What is
food.
potluck?
So
Potluck.
everybody just brings something.
Potlucks, yeah. Basically, somebody takes the stuff out of their fridge, puts it into a pan, and cooks it, and then brings it like an egg dish with sausage. Funniest comment on the post was Mimi Ewing goes, "I wouldn't trust anything I made."
Yeah, you can't be eating everybody's food.
So okay.
What's the other word for potluck? What do they call it?
Bullshit. Bullshit.
I forget what other people call it, but
And if your children dirty or somebody cross it, I eating your food.
yeah.
And you don't know what they be.
Outside, you not eating it.
No, they done made that shit double nasty.
So he wasn't reading the ingredient.
He was sideways.
It's all runny. Why is your eggs and your bacon and your sausage bake running? Why is it running? It's not supposed to be watery. I was just like, fuck, people can't cook.
No, Chris, you gotten black people in your life. It's really fucking hard for you.
I should have gone to black church. Should have gone with my friend Aaron.
Yeah.
Did you watch Honk for Jesus?
I couldn't find it on the plane.
Oh, that sucks.
I'm
It's
still
on-
into
It's on Prime.
Okay, I'll watch it. I watched I've been watching the Blacklist, so I'm trying to catch up and finish that.
It just got canceled, I saw.
It didn't get canceled. It just ran its course.
Yeah, season 8's rough. We've never really finished it.
What you mean it's rough?
It's like it's such a good show the first few seasons, and then it gets to like season 7 or 8, especially 8, and it just runs out. Like they don't. They're
because
not connecting stuff.
Now Dembe is he's an FBI agent. The
Oh,
black dude who used to protect Redden.
yeah.
So when that came,
I
I'm
have
on season
no idea
8.
what y'all talking about.
I'm on season 8 of the Blacklist. If you watch,
Dembe's like not African. Go look up the actor's Instagram and like watch him talk. I think he's British. And he's doing an accent in that show. And it's so weird to see him like talk like a British person.
But it's such a good show. I'm almost through with season 8. I'm going into season 9.
Okay.
So it's gonna be they said that was the last season.
Yeah, when she turns against Reddington, I'm out.
I wanted to knock that bitch upside the head.
Yeah.
When they shot her, I had no pity for her.
Mm-mm.
But you know who Reddington is, right?
No. Like, what do you mean? Like Spader?
Yeah, do you know who he's hiding?
No.
You don't know who he is?
No, I haven't gotten that far yet.
Oh, you want me to tell you? Because I
No.
don't mind spoiling it.
No, don't spoil it. Because
Tell
people
me, I
really
don't know
should
what
watch.
the fuck you talking
No,
about.
because people should watch the show because it is actually really good. It's probably the best.
Netflix got all the seasons.
Yeah, it's probably the best show of the last decade.
Yeah, that show is so. I was so excited when I met him on Jimmy Kimmel.
Was he weird in real life? He seems like a weirdo in real life.
He act just like that character on TV. He act like I was out to kill him. He's like, oh, you a fan?
Maybe he listens to this podcast.
I felt like I was one of his blacklisters because he moved so slow. That role was for him. He is so smooth in that fucking role. You gotta go watch it, Dion.
It's really good.
It is really fucking good. And with that said, hey, Zanies, we got a few more tickets to the live podcast next week. So make sure y'all get y'all tickets. Tacoma Comedy Club, April the 28th through the 29th. I will be there. almost sold out. Funny Bone, Oklahoma, Nebraska. I like Nebraska. July
Omaha.
21st through the 22nd. Uh-huh.
You said Oklahoma, Nebraska.
Oh, I'm sorry. Funny Bone, Oklahoma. Kate, please edit this. Funny Bone, Omaha, Nebraska. July 21st through the 22nd.
Hey, don't edit that at all. Leave that in, please.
Get the fuck up. Orlando, Florida. I'm coming your way. Y'all know I love Florida. July 28th through the 29th. I will be there. August 4th through the 5th, Funny Bone. West Des Moines. Yes, 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 yes. Blue Room Comedy Club, Springfield, Missouri. I'm on my way. Milwaukee. Brookfield, Wisconsin. Stand Up Live, September 1 through September 1. I'm sorry. Stand Up Live, Phoenix, Arizona, September 1 through the 3rd. Y'all make sure y'all get your tickets because after that September date, guess what? Your Girl Done Made It tour officially starts. I am moving to theaters. I can't thank y'all enough for supporting what I do. Keep on supporting, and I keep on creating. I will keep on trying to create some of the best material for you. Make sure you get your tickets to see to the Crack Baby Party, October the 14th. Please go to misspatcomedy.com and get your tickets to the Crack Baby Party. This year I'm calling the Fan Celebration Party. So get your tickets. And there's a live podcast. So I'm looking forward to this. We're excited. I almost got the party about wrapped up. So just please come on and party. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna go out with a bang.
We're quitting.
Hmm?
We're going out with a bang. What are we doing? What are we leaving?
Who's
dying?
I don't know what we're gonna do. We over here struggling like struggle love by
Like Joe Biden talking.
Yeah.
He running
can.
again, y'all.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Did you see him with Al Roker when Al Roker asked him if he was going to run again at the Easter egg roll? He goes, maybe guy rolling the eggs or maybe roll. I don't know.
He announced it.
He said
It's not official, but he said he's probably
running.
going to run again.
Yeah.
He's too old. Won't
Who-
he be 200 by the time he wins?
Yeah. I think 198.
No. He'll be 81. 80. Yeah, 81 going on 82.
Elder
But he is
abuse.
too old. I agree.
So is Trump gonna run again too?
Oh, he's already running. Yeah.
Did you see Trump Easter thing?
Oh.
World War III. Nothing says
Joe
celebrate the
Biden
birth
said,
of Jesus.
Joe Biden said, Happy Easter on the resurrection of Jesus and your lovely family. Trump tweeted, World War III. Obama tweeted, happy, Easter. Them motherfuckers said, how you lying niggas trying to have me locked up? You mad because I'm at home eating my Easter dinner with my side bitch and my wife. I don't care what y'all say. Donald Trump should have been a goddamn comedian.
He's hilarious.
Oh my God, man, that man have me hollering sometimes. Sometimes I just miss him for the rudeness and the action. We ain't heard shit from Biden. We don't know what Biden doing. At any moment, Trump will come out and say, I ain't fuck you, your pussy stink.
I retweeted it, but it was the 3rd anniversary of during 2020 when he was in a press conference and he goes, I want to come in under the models, under not those models, not I've come under models, but under this model. It was the day he got arrested for coming on a model. He wins the presidency and then goes to jail gets arrested for cheating on his wife. Like, what a life.
He said, I don't want your rotor-rooter pussy.
Rotor-rooter.
He is definitely the funniest president we've ever had.
Man, let me tell you something. He don't care who attack. He told that lady on that morning show, he said, you was begging to be my friend with blood coming out your face.
Blood out of your whatever, I think he said.
He's about the one from Average Joe. the Joe Morning Show.
Mina.
Yeah, yeah. He said, you were at my house begging to be my friend with blood coming out of your face. So you had just finished having
Yeah, that's right. The plastic surgery.
I said, oh, y'all got my goddamn stomach hurt. Laughing at this crazy, man. He don't give a fuck.
I don't know. I laugh at Trump tweets or Trump clips all the time, so my Instagram serves them to me now. I'll start sending them to you because they're it's just so like constant comedy. That's the one thing I do miss about him. Nothing else.
Constant comedy. Constant saying, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. He gonna get back in that office so he can help Putin out. They say Putin sick.
Yeah, that's been like the thing for like the last 2 years. Like he's falling downstairs and shitting himself and has cancer. Then, then he shows up to like Ukraine and walks around fine. And I don't know. I don't buy it. Like have to, when it comes to war, it's always propaganda.
They trying to say Kung Ho Joe was sick and he wasn't sick.
Who?
Kung Ho Joe.
Cornhole Joe.
The fat man from Korea.
Oh, Kim Jong-un.
How did you get that, Dion?
Because she said Korea.
Keenan and Kel is sick. Not Keenan. No, who's gonna host
the Korean name is Cornhole Joe?
On my mind, I have like the Cotton Eye
Joe. I got that eyelash. Oh,
where did it come from? Where did it go?
He said, Kung Ho Joe. Oh,
Kim Jong-un. I got you.
All right, y'all, we gotta wrap it up. I got shit to do. Make sure y'all tune in each and every Tuesday to listen to me, Dion, and Chris. I think I'm gonna find out Ken. He brings nothing to the podcast but air.
I didn't invite him this time. I love him, but
good. With that said, go and check out MissPatComedy.com for your Girl Done Made It tour and your fan fest or your Crack Baby Party October the 14th. Thank you. I love you and stay sweet.